trouble here. We're back live on Monday Night Raw.
Randy Orton is slithering into position here.
Good Lord. My God, Marcus.
This match is in danger of ending at any moment, but who will be the winner?
Look at this now. Oh, good God. Wait a minute. RKO.
Hello everybody, I hope you're doing good today. This video may contain copyrighted images being used underneath Fair Use Act for educational purposes. You know what amazes me? It's how many flat earth YouTube creators put themselves on a pedestal as great people, great flat earthers, great researchers, knowledgeable, you know. But what nobody else points out is how easily they're duped and how unreliable they are as researchers. Because when you look at Jaron, he's no different than Lukaku, Nye, and DeGrasse. Jaron, just like them three, put out theories. Jaron, just like them three, put out crazy proofs that only make sense to them to prove their theories. There's no difference between the two. They both practice a religion, not science. So, in this video, I'm going to show you how easily duped Jaron is. And it's going to prove to people how unreliable he is. Now, first off, many of you flat earthers still think the Red Bull Stratos-Jump was real. No, it was fake. It was a movie. The only part was real was when you got a real close-up shot of him in his parachute coming down towards the ground. That's because he just got done jumping out of a helicopter. Because he didn't go to space. Because if you're going to go to space, you don't need a green screen studio. That's right. This was leaked just 2 days by one of the movie makers. Just 2 days after the launch. 2 or 3 days. This was released. See it? It says making of picture. And that's what this was a movie. They do this throughout history. They do these to try to reinforce the ball earth theory. When he got up there, what did we see? We seen the ball earth. Well, some of us seen the flat earth when he opened the window. But they do that just to poke fun at you guys. Us flat earthers. I should say, not you guys. Poke fun at us flat earthers. Just like all this is. I mean, you don't need a complete mock-up of the capsule and a motorized man. If you go research this debunk video on this, there's a guy that shows you the mechanical movement of the arm when it releases, and it's a mechanical movement. And that's all this is. Just more Mason fuckery. It was an advertisement that made Red Bull and GoPro a lot of money. That's all it was, and to reinforce the flat earth. Now, let's get going here, because this is going to show you how unreliable Jaron is as a flat earth researcher. We just cannot take him seriously from this point on, because he seems to think that Alan Eustace, the Google executive, space jump was real. That's right, folks. He thinks it's real. He thinks spacesuits, he thinks pressurized spacesuits exist. In fact, he admits that this is real and that this spacesuit was made by the same people who made the Apollo spacesuits. Can you see the utter nonsense of all this? And if Jaron is this easily duped, then we just have to dismiss him as a flat earth researcher and expose him as the con he is. Let's listen.
That's a good one. So I'll drop a link here to this TED Talk where this guy shows what he did. And I don't know if it's true or not. It looks, I would say this one looks legit to me. And then I've got an image here I'll show you of because they're showing it from his GoPro.
I don't know if it's real or not. It looks legit to me, but he says this picture coming up is real. Let's look at this picture.
Cam, and of course there's the big curvature and everything. And then, oops, what just happened? Oh, sorry.
Oh, that's cool. Let me
playing this. Okay, so this is the actual link to the TED Talk, just so you can see that. And then let me upload this image. But yeah, when you look at the image, you're like, wow, that's so flat, and that's why I just wish we could get.
There you go, folks. When you look at the image, do you think that's real? I can see it's fake. You know, and then we're supposed to respect Jaron as a researcher when he's this easily duped. Let me tell you something. Nobody has gone up 150,000 feet. And it gets even more ridiculous when Jaron says something here, and I'll point it out in just a minute. But nobody has gone up 150,000 feet. Pressurized suits don't exist. If they exist, then you can't move inside that pressurized suit. It'd be like moving inside of a big balloon that's wrapped around your body and filled with air pressure. You don't have any dexterity. You'll be able to move your arms a little bit, but they'd be stuck out. You'd be looking like the Pillsbury Doughboy, unable to move. That's what a pressurized suit does. So Jaron seems to think that pressurized spacesuits exist. And we want to get our flat earth information from him? Let's keep listening here.
That's something we haven't got yet. Is I know we've gotten balloon footage from that high, but I think it makes a big difference when it's a person that's actually up there. And so far, we have certainly not had any flat earthers above, 60,000 feet, 50,000 feet?
Yeah, Jaron, please give me the flat earthers' names that's dangled from a balloon at 50 or 60,000 feet. You won't be able to find a flat earther that's flowing any more than 40,000 feet in an airplane. This is utter nonsense, people. He believes this Alan Eustace actually did this nonsense. I mean, they had one of the astronauts there at the control center when Alan Eustace did that. What was that guy's name? I forget. He was the American one, the pudgy one. The one that married to the Congress lady. I can't recall his name right off the bat. But he was even there for this fakery. He was in the control room when they launched this. You go watch TED Talk, they'll cut to him and show you him. Utter nonsense. And Jaron believes this is real. He also believes flat earthers have been up dangling off a balloon at 50, 60,000 feet. They haven't even been that high in an airplane, Jaron. Get real. I mean, from this point on, nobody can take you seriously, Jaron. You're easily duped by photos. Anybody could tell this photo is fake. Wow. I'm shocked that so many people are duped by Jaron. I am really shocked. Let's keep going here. I think I got a little bit more. Yep, nope, that's it. Oh yeah, I do got something more. Here it is. Let's listen to what Jaron has to say about himself.
I'm like a astronaut, basically. That's my intelligence level.
You all have a good day.